This energy of grateful. Somebody feels like you are the best thing that has happened to them, period, like in their whole life. This is somebody who feels very safe, very calm in your presence. You relax this person's nervous system. Like when they get around you, when they're talking to you, when they're thinking about you, when they're looking at your picture, they're able to breathe a deep sigh of relief. There's something about you which just feels very safe and very genuine. This is somebody that trusts in the pace at which this connection is unfolding. Like there's an unspoken understanding between the two of you that yes, there are opportunities to have these like profound quantum leaps forward with one another towards more intimacy, more honesty, more open expression, and times where sitting within the stillness of that space of new potential that's been excavated between the two of you, where that feels right. That all of that helps this person to recognize that finally they are in an aligned connection, a connection that is good for their emotional health, good for their mental health, good for their, physical health in terms of their nervous system relaxing in your presence. This is somebody who feels very sheltered, very protected by your love in a way that helps them to not feel frightened about being vulnerable, about taking time to kind of just sit, not within the energy of questioning or, hesitation to take steps forward, but it's like you make this person feel very comfortable within all that's been accomplished in this connection so far. Even if this is just, remaining very present, honoring whatever it is that kind of like compels them towards you, and times in previous sort of eras of your experience with one another so far where maybe fear had gripped this person, caused them to take a step back or to be hesitant in moving forward. Whatever those fears and hesitations are, it feels like they have overcome some huge hurdles and challenges in ways that you don't even know about, but that has happened very personally and internally within them. And this is somebody that feels like the warmth and genuineness of your presence is something which coaxes them to honor, again, like exactly where they're at within this process. They have a lot of gratitude for, everything that you've experienced with one another so far, and gratitude for this moment in time where maybe there is a bit of stillness or, even kind of a level of resistance to opening up and participating in this connection that is very absent now at this particular point in time. And so this is somebody that is just taking a moment to kind of survey the landscape of this kind of experience of being very present in the here and now with you without having to kind of look over their shoulder, wonder when the other shoe's going to drop, worry that they're being too much or too little. Like they're very content to just be very present in this moment in time. That is a gift that you have given this person that provides a lot of reassurance that taking the next step whenever they are ready for that, can lead to something that is a very emotionally satisfying experience. We also have synchronicity. Yeah, so this person feels that the two of you are aligning in ways that are very important. They love everything that you've shared about yourself. They find you to be very fascinating, a very unique person. You are somebody who has kind of the best of both worlds inside of you, where they feel that there's a lot that you could teach them about the ways of love, and also things that they are able to kind of share with you or show to you about the unique way in which they love, or how life experiences have kind of caused them to adapt or given them the opportunity to adapt into the person that they are in this moment. It feels for this person that they don't need to seek a whole lot of outside validation and guidance. They don't need to like ask other people's opinions. What do you think of this person? Are they good for me? Should I pursue this? It's like they're listening to their own intuition. This is somebody, that might have prayed for guidance about this situation and this connection, like when they first met you, but they are now at a point in being confident in their own internal compass, which points very strongly towards you as their true north, listening to that above all else. So this is not somebody that needs to, consult their spirit team. If they are praying about this connection, it's just prayers of gratitude and thankfulness that they have been able to connect with someone like you, and for the strength that they have been able to kind of garner from deep inside of themselves, or maybe through kind of like angelic assistance or their spirit team, to be able to overcome any hurdles or challenges that at one point in time surfaced, which might have made them hesitant about this. Again, could have caused them to sort of take a step back at one point in time, but this is someone who's pushed themselves beyond that. They've punctured through that membrane of just kind of like looking at the potential between the two of you from a spectator's perspective, feeling very uncertain if they were ready for, all that this connection could hold within it, if they were ready for you as a person or the type of experience or love that you are offering, energies of self-doubt or questioning that might have made this person maybe feel that you were out of their league for a period of time, or, sort of to be hesitant about like, should they trust in this fully? Should they open their heart to it fully? Where they were like leading with logic, and again, needed to kind of pray for strength, pray for that kind of stamina to sort of do what they needed to do in order to not miss out on the opportunity with you. All of that is something that has brought them to this moment here in time. So the only prayers they are kind of conducting in terms of this connection is the energy of thanks, the energy of gratitude, that they listened to that instinct, that they didn't let outside distractions or their inner critic, or fear kind of like derail them out of alignment with you. They feel very cozy and very comfortable with where things are at in the moment. And this is someone who is very hopeful for what the future holds between the two of you as well. We also have opportunity. Yeah, so they see this potential between the two of you, the experience between the two of you is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is somebody who never really has experienced before safety within a relationship. It feels like they have had passionate connections in the past, and there may be a lot of passion and chemistry and kind of spiciness between the two of you. But unlike previous situations that they had been in, where that had kind of leaned more into the territory of like toxicity, codependency, things like that. Again, this is somebody who their nervous system is very calm around you. It feels like this is somebody who takes a while to kind of like warm up to other people, to get comfortable around other people. That might have been the case with you at first. They could have been very guarded, very hesitant. Like the intensity of the experience between the two of you might have made this person feel like, I don't know what I'm getting into, or if I'm ready for this. This feels so foreign. It feels so outside of my comfort zone. It's different than anything I've known or experienced. But they have successfully transcended that sort of stage of questioning or doubt, which is very necessary in kind of building in a conscientious and mindful way, utilizing, harnessing one's free will. We have to kind of think about those what ifs. The skeptic has to sort of step in and scrutinize things in order for, trust and optimism and faith to kind of take over and to push situations forward. And so this is somebody that sees that vetting process inside of them has successfully taken place. This is somebody who, without you needing to provide a lot of reassurances, do a whole song and dance, sell all the reasons why you'd be a good fit for this person to them. You're not occupying a pick-me energy. It's like you've already chosen yourself, and they recognize that within how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself, how you love yourself, how you approach them in the same way. You kind of like you give to them what you give to yourself. They're getting the experience of kind of like how you treat yourself. They're getting a little taste of that, and that is something which is providing this person so much reassurance. They are thinking about this like only a fool would step away from this. Only a fool would sort of fumble this or let this opportunity pass them by. So even though this person may be it feels like close to you at this point in time energetically, or they're trying to show up in kind of like a meaningful way, in a consistent way. This is somebody that is definitely taking very conscious note of the fact that like they feel so comfortable, it feels so right, not in a way that is kind of like off in Delulu land or fantasy land and, you know, kind of ignoring the reality of the situation. But this is somebody who's listening to how their own body is responding to times where you are with one another and times where you are apart, instead of, you know, maybe kind of a pattern that they had been trying to break out of you know, sort of being very afraid of connection, feeling very stifled in the presence of other people, or even certain circumstances they'd had in the past that had spurred like an unhealthy level of jealousy, trust issues. You know, it'll be different for everyone, kind of what that idea of like passion in a toxic form could look like. All of that is absent in this situation, and instead there's the sense of kind of like, again, this sort of unspoken connection or communication between the two of you that is matched and kind of enhances everything that's taking place in the material world, that is allowing this person to feel like, yeah, this is what home should feel like in the experience of a relationship or a budding relationship with another person. This is the experience of what healthy connection, healthy romance, healthy love should be like. There's space for the two of us to be ourselves, but then there's also this full range of like intensity and calm that stirs between us in a way that is almost like a cosmic dance taking place. Yes, there are, you know, these various polarities, but it's not to the extreme. And all of that is something that is helping their physical body to, again, kind of like decompress, a big sigh of relief. It's almost kind of like Six of Wands energy, like the energy of victory. This person feels very victorious at kind of like the place you've reached with one another, and very grateful for the fact that they, you know, have conducted themselves as they have in this situation, in ways that you're aware of and ways that you are not aware of, in order to be able to reach this stage in your connection with each other, where, you know, it feels really good when things are intense, when it's very high octane between the two of you, and it also feels really good when things are quiet, when they're able to just kind of snuggle in to that experience with you, and to, again, kind of like send those prayers of gratitude up, and to also become very grateful for themselves, for not letting fear win, for not listening to their inner critic, you know, for admiring and acknowledging and adhering to that internal compass, which points very strongly towards you as their true north, as the connection that is the most worthwhile thing to explore as far as romance is concerned at this point in their life. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.